She paid $60,000 for a brand new Chevy Traverse. 2,000 miles later, the engine was dead, and Chevy's first theory was a $5 plastic ring on the start button. If you're tired of car companies selling you a payment plan and hiding the problems, smash that like button. And we just passed 2,800 subscribers. If you want to see this channel hit 3,000, subscribe. All right, let's get into it.
So yesterday I bought myself a 2025 Traverse all-wheel drive. Yesterday, literally signed work, brought it home. Now, today, come in. You can see right here, nothing. Completely dead. No sounds when I unlock, lock, nothing. Brand new. Well, new to me, I guess I should say. Yeah. Beware of the Chevy Traverse.
Bought yesterday, signed the papers, drove it home. Today, completely dead. No lock sound, nothing. 1 day old.
Yes, I'm the person whose brand new 2026 Chevy Traverse died on them. I'm here to tell you what happened. So she was running just fine, and then I went to go start her again, and I went to go start it, and then I put it in drive, and it just died. Like, completely shut off. So then I went to go restart it again, and it kind of like sounded like it wanted to start, and then it just completely died. And then the dashboard flashed and it said system failed. And then I couldn't get her to start again. So we called AAA, they came out, they tried to jump her, do all the things that they could do, couldn't do it, so we got a tow truck to come out and tow her away. So they take her to the dealership calls us and was like, hey, you know that little like round rhinestone thing you have on the push to start? Which I will insert a picture of it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, they're like, those are known to cause electrical issues in cars. And my husband's like, you're not telling me that a little $5 ring is gonna break my $60,000 car. After further investigation, they figured out that the engine is just completely shot. They don't know why, they're trying to figure it out. She only has 2,000 miles on her. We got her about a little over a month ago. So that's the update that I have as of right now. If you want to continue following the story, then follow along because I will be updating as we go through this process and see what happens.
$60,000, 2,000 miles, died mid-drive, dashboard flashed, system fault, and the dealer's first theory was a $5 decorative ring on the push start button. Turns out the engine's just gone, and nobody can say why.
Hey guys, do you own a 2025 Chevrolet Traverse like me? Oh, you don't? Well, here's reasons why not to buy one, okay? Alright guys, so I'm gonna show you reason number one why you should not buy this vehicle. Check this out. Check the odometer, please. Zoom in on that. Alright, so we have 16,986 miles. Come with me so I can show you what we have to do so our car doesn't die while being parked. Okay, so first you pop the hood. Mind you, we're in a town 20 miles away at a restaurant. This is so embarrassing. All right, we paid probably, I'm not gonna lie, around $60,000 for this nice car. It also doesn't come with one of these, which it should, okay? So come on over here. You see this thing right here? This is called a terminal. What we have to do every day, inconveniently, is undo this and pull off the terminal from the battery, okay? Check it out. See that? That will cause your vehicle not to die. And now, when you do it, you're done doing that, voila. But here's a hidden feature right here. By you doing that, everybody has access to your car.
17,000 miles on a $60,000 Traverse, and every single day he has to pop the hood and disconnect the battery terminal by hand. In a parking lot, in public, just so it doesn't die sitting there. And the bonus feature? Now anyone walking by can do the exact same thing to steal it.
If you see that right there on a car you're looking at, run away. you don't want to own one of these 3.6 V6 GMs because they all blow up. I feel bad for everybody who bought one of these Traverses, Enclaves, Acadias, and I'll tell you why. That's a 2015 with 90,000 miles. I'm going to take you out here real quick to that white one. On my way to that white one over there, what do we have first here? Another Chevy Traverse. 122,000 miles on it. Guess what? Bad engine.
Traverse, Enclave, Acadia, same 3.6 V6, same result, every single one on this lot. 90,000 miles, bad engine. 122,000, bad engine. This yard sees it daily.
Let's go to the next one over here. This one is the Saturn Outlook version. Same engine. 139,000 miles on this one. And guess what? Bad engine. Oh, but wait. There's more. 122,000 miles Chevy Traverse LTZ. 122,000 miles. You guessed it. Bad engine. We get these every single day because the motors go bad. And if you own one of these, I feel really bad for you because, yeah, they were a nice car when they were new, but GM just put a lousy motor in them and they all blow up. So if you've got one of these, good luck. And if you're looking at buying one of these, go buy yourself a Honda Pilot. Talk to you guys later.
Who the fuck created the Chevy Equinox? This is the biggest piece of shit I've ever driven in my life. This car does not run on gas. This runs on hopes and dreams of a single mother of 4. If you were thinking about accelerating in this car, let go of that fucking dream. Granted that this is a work car or work truck, I don't expect this thing to be a fucking Rolls Royce. The electrical problems in this car?
Immaculate.
Every time I turn on Bluetooth in this car, it just disconnects immediately and I'm just straight onto Spanish radio. And then once I reconnect the Bluetooth, the volume's all the way at 0 and I have to fucking change everything again. Fuck Chevy Electric. This shit is garbage. Whoever actually designed and made this fucking car needs to be
Sent to Cuba. Never let him back.
A single mom's work car that won't accelerate and drops its own Bluetooth mid-drive. She's not asking for a Rolls-Royce, she's asking it to run.
This Equinox had timing codes for both cams and the crank. Going to replace the gears, chains, guides, solenoids, and tensioner. New gears and chains are on. Also did an oil change. No more rattle and starts right up.
Both cam timing codes and the crank at once, full gear and chain replacement just to make it start quiet again.
When your engine's making weird noises, and I don't mean knock, 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 but if it's like all of a sudden louder or it sounds like a chainsaw, you want to probably get it looked at a little sooner than later. 2.2 Chevy had a terrible timing chain noise, so we tore it apart. Now I'd like to show you what the top of this tensor is supposed to look like, because it's down in the pan somewhere. It's been saw cut through because this chain is so slack. There's actually, you can see this guide here, and it's razor sharp. It'll cut my finger.
Watch what a slack timing chain actually does. It saws through its own guide, sharp enough to cut skin, chewing into the valve cover from underneath. That's not a noise complaint. That's the engine eating itself.
But there's actually a piece of metal and a plate that lays across there for that chain so that it doesn't do this. Start cutting through the underside of the valve cover. 150,000 miles on this motor. I'm going to tell you what I would do, and I would like you guys to tell me if you do it different. Situation like this, I'll do a compression test on the engine. I'll require the customer to pay for that. If they need spark plugs and the compression's good, we'll put it back together. But I'll do a compression test on the engine. Why would I do that? Because I want to know, before I tear in and just do a set of timing chains on this engine, if I got some longevity, the compression's good, solid, and equal. If it's not, that's another conversation with the customer.
So, pretty bummed right now. I have a Chevy Traverse, okay? And I'm waiting on a tow truck to come pick her up.
because I have a leak in my transmission, and I'm just dumbfounded a little bit that for a brand new vehicle, this will be her 4th time in the shop, and I'm just over it. I'm over it. I've had this car less than a year, less than half a year, and it's already spent a month in the shop. It's been to the shop 3 or 4 times prior to today, and now this baby is getting towed. Getting towed. So, yeah, I'm dumbfounded. So if anyone else has had issues, could you message me with your Traverse or what you did to get rid of it at this point? Because I'm done. I'm absolutely done with it.
Owned it less than 6 months. It spent a full month of that in the shop. Transmission leak, tow truck number 4. Chevy owners. How many shop visits before yours turned a year old? Drop it below.
I'm working on a 24 Traverse today that has a transmission leak that is being caused by these bolts being left loose from the factory. So that just goes to show sometimes even the manufacturer will mess up and accidentally leave something loose.
A 2024 Traverse, leaking transmission fluid because the bolts were left loose at the factory. Not wear, not age, assembly.
Today we got an 18 Chevy Equinox in. We did a routine oil change on it a couple of weeks ago, and we recommended that they change their transmission fluid. GM recommends that they change their fluid every 45,000, 90,000, 135. And if you look at that oil, this car here, actually we missed the 45, but we're at 75,000 miles. And look what that transmission fluid looks like. See how black that is? So today we're doing a transmission flush. You do not change the filter on these, you just do the fluid. So GM recommends 45,000, 90,000 miles, 135, and then so on. 2018 Chevy Equinox transmission service.
And even if nothing's technically broken yet, GM wants that transmission fluid changed every 45,000 miles for the life of the car. That's not maintenance. That's a subscription.
I'm over here talking shit because I got to use a key to start my son's car that I've been using because my car was in the shop, my 2019 Chevy Traverse, which I just learned today needs a new fucking transmission. So, and it's just about paid off, which is how it usually goes, right? What do I get next? What's not going to crap out on me in 5 fucking years? Suggestions? Advice? I'm open.
A 2019 Traverse almost paid off, and today he finds out it needs a whole new transmission, right on schedule, right before it was finally going to be his, free and clear.
Okay, happy Monday. It has been now, I think it was Thursday, my car got towed. It's been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 or 5 days since my Traverse was towed for the transmission, and I've heard nothing. This rental car that I'm currently in, it's funny, it stopped working, was going to have this one towed. They were coming to tow it, and then the power steering started working again. So I didn't let them tow it because they weren't going to give me another vehicle, and no offense, I don't know any mom that can just live without a car. And so I'm still in this rental. I actually got to call them after this video. I've heard nothing about my car. I know nothing. And I'm just living my best life trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And part of me wants to go buy another car, which not like just go buy one. I want to trade in my cars and be like, okay, I need something else. The thing is, I don't know what to buy. I don't know who to trust. I feel like I need to buy a car that's old and used and not have a lot of miles on it because apparently new is not the way to go. So if you guys have suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. But I feel like I'm lost. I have had 2 Chevys in a row within the last 5 years, and both have lost their transmissions.
2 Chevys, 5 years, 2 dead transmissions, and her Yukon just lost its transmission too. Meanwhile, her old Toyota minivan ran 5 years without a single issue. She's not anti-Chevy by choice. She's anti-Chevy by evidence.
So, not sure Chevy's my thing, and I'll tell you, I really love the Yukons. Those are like my favorite cars. However, they're practical for my family. They're not practical, I guess, for lasting. I don't know. So part of me is like, do I go Ford? Toyota is amazing. I had a Toyota, I had a 4Runner, I loved it. I just don't think we can squeeze into a car like that. And so then I'm like, do I do the minivan? So I'm not sure what to do. And I had a Toyota minivan. That thing was sick, okay? 5 years, not one damn issue with it. So it's really sad that I've had a car for less than 7 months. That transmission just said bye. And then same with the Yukon I do have. I have a 5-year-old Yukon. I have a 2020, and that transmission is also gone. So help a girl out, because I'm not really sure what way to go. Anywho, happy Monday.
You know, I couldn't agree more, man. Ford and GM have fallen so far from grace. I mean, what used to be one of the most reliable, respectable, serviceable vehicles on the road is nothing more than a fantastic plastic hunk of junk, if I put it politely. Just a bunch of computers and a bunch of bullshit that nobody asked for. And this one, as you can see, it's a new body style. Guess what I had to do to it? An engine. Already. Truck ain't even 4 years old. Already needs a motor. But that's not the only thing, right? It wouldn't be so bad if they were as serviceable as they used to be. You know, the old Silverados, you could yank the motor out of that thing in an afternoon and give it back to the customer before lunch. Not this fucking pile, man. They have engineered these things. I'll show you. It's just such nonsense, man. There's just so much bullshit in the way these days. And I kind of wanted to, I was putting this back together because this truck refuses to leave, man. I'm going to make another video about that. But as I'm going through this and working on these new vehicles, it just baffles me how much these automakers are cutting corners and cutting costs just to protect their bottom line at the expense of the consumer and the technician. And here's a perfect example of GM and Ford's corporate greed. They have eliminated belt tensioners. My other technicians will know exactly what I have here in my hand. And for those of you who don't, this is a stretch belt. And the stretch belt is exactly what it sounds like. You got to stretch the motherfucker to install it. And GM decided to put not one, but two. So when you consumers are going in to have your belt replaced and you wonder why labor's so high and why it's taking so goddamn long when it used to take 30 seconds to swap a belt on a 5.3 Silverado, that's why.
A brand new engine on a truck not even 4 years old. And here's why none of this is an accident. GM ditched belt tensioners to save pennies per unit, turning a 30-second job into a nightmare requiring special tools. That's the whole philosophy in one part. Cut a few cents, hand you the bill.
Why? Because GM decided to save 11 cents per unit by not installing a fucking belt tensioner. So now you need special tools, and you got to hold your tongue just the right way and close your eyes and pray you don't fucking break it when it's going on, because you literally destroy these when they go on. You cannot reuse them. Say your alternator goes out, your AC compressor, water pump, any of these accessories on your engine fails, and you want to take your belt off and replace that part and put the belt back on, no the fuck you're not. These are a one-time use. GM and Ford tell you that you have to replace those every time you take them off. Good luck getting them off. I mean, most of the time I just cut them off because you got to replace them anyway. But I mean, what the fuck, man? Seriously, like, what happened to the serviceability of vehicles? It's absurd. I get, you know, the bean counters are saving GM a ton of money doing this shit, but at what cost? You know, just fuck us and we're just supposed to roll over and accept it? Being a technician these days, man, the shit is not looking good.
Okay, tell me if I'm crazy. Bought a brand new 2026 Chevy Traverse Z71 end of January. Owned it for 3 weeks, had to have it towed back to the dealership because the check engine light came on, lost power steering, all these bells and whistles on the dash. It's now sat at the dealership since February 16th. They've attempted multiple repairs. Dealership has been great, by the way. And they've given me a loaner, so I haven't been out of a car. But now Chevy, who is going to be buying back my car, thank God, is giving me a lowball offer. And the offer that they gave me for the swap for my new car barely covers the new car. And I get a call today from my dealership saying that based on what they're giving them, my payment's going up. Why is my payment going up for the same exact car that I got to drive for 3 weeks? Am I crazy?
3 weeks old. Towed for a dead power steering system, sat at the dealer since mid-February. Chevy's buying it back, and lowballing the offer so hard her payment on the replacement is going up. 3 weeks of ownership, and she's already losing money on the trade.
Hey, today's 62 now, since the 2024 Traverse left us stranded in Tennessee. So behind me is the loaner car that the dealership at Stonebriar Frisco finally let us have. This is a 2024 Chevy Equinox. And it's not quite a Traverse, but it'll do for a little bit, I guess. So yeah, we'll see what happens from here on out. But the latest issue is still unresolved. If you're following the videos, the most recent light was the PF00F, whatever. Something to do with the module, CPU, transmission, engine code, I don't know. But they haven't let me know what's going on yet, so I guess we'll see.
Day 62. Stranded since Tennessee, still no answer on what actually killed it. And the dealership's consolation prize is a loaner Equinox. Same brand, same risk.
Well, there goes my car. It's on fire. So I'm on 90 in Rockford, and my car's on fire. I'm safe, everybody, but my car's on fire.
And this is where it ends for some. On the highway, on fire, she's safe. But sit with that image before you sign the paperwork on one of these. Chevy owners, what's the highest mileage you've hit before a major repair? Drop it below and subscribe, because next up is a brand a lot of you have been begging me to cover.